Sparkles. My name is Mimi Girl 01, aka Linnea Benthing, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, aka this video. So, Saturn Apartments. Before I get into this, I want you to know that the real description of Saturn Apartments will be in my I Read Book series videos when I'm finished reading all the manga that I have here at the house. Because I got a bunch of manga when I went to the main library in Fort Wayne. So I want to read all of them before I start making another I Read Book series video. So the real description of this book will be in that. But I wanted to talk about this series because it made some really unique questions. It gave me some really unique questions, and I just started when I woke up this morning, I started thinking about it. So I decided might as well talk about it here on YouTube. And I think what's going to happen is I'm going to keep on talking until the camera runs out. And once the camera runs out, I'll just end there. Unless I stop having questions before then I'll do the normal outro. But until then, let's talk about Saturn Apartments. Okay, so the first thing I thought of when I thought about the Saturn Apartments is this the future? Like, is this the future of Earth? And by the way, spoilers. So, is this the future of Earth? Because Earth is now looking destroyed. They say it's Earth. So, is it Earth, or is it really like Saturn Apartments? But Saturn, their view of Saturn is that ring. You know, that ring that is created. So Saturn Apartments is a ring that's around the Earth, right? So it's just like, does that mean the Earth is now basically destroyed? People have to wear hazmat suits to go on Earth. So my question is Earth really Mars then? And not Saturn and not Earth? Is it really becoming Mars now? And it's like, it gave me a lot to think about. And then the next question was, how did they get that ring up there? Like, they said that the creators were originally scientists and engineers that created the lower level of the ring. And that's how the lower level was created, because of the smart people at the bottom level. And then they built on the extra levels, the other two levels, the middle level and the high level. So how did they do that? They don't have any strings. If you look at the pictures and you really look at them, they don't have any strings holding up the rings. If you look at the pictures, see? I don't see anything holding up the rings at all off the Earth. These are the rings here that they live in. So it's just like, does that now? So how did they get them up? Is there engines involved? And why isn't there people, like, does people have to work with the engines to make the rings float? And how did they get the fuel for that? I know that the second level has a lot of trees. Like the middle level has a lot of nature and stuff. Does that mean there's forests on the rings? I noticed there was a cat, but is there other animals, since they have known to have like feasts of food? Like, how is that even possible? And another thing I thought of, really the real first thing I thought of, is since these rings go all around the Earth, does that mean there's different countries on the rings? Now, they don't touch base on that at all, on if there's other countries in the rings. They just talk about the Japanese part, you know, because this is a manga. So they talk about, like, the Asian part of, like, the culture and stuff. But they don't touch base on whether there's other, like, countries on this ring. And who's in charge of, like, I know there's the Peace Bureau, but is there only one section of the Peace Bureau, like the one country? Or is it each country has a different Peace Bureau and different peace section? And can they travel to the other sections? Can I know they can travel levels, but my question isn't that they can travel levels. Can they travel to the other parts of Saturn, the Saturn ring? Like, I'm asking if they can travel to other country parts, because they only talk about the 3 levels. They don't talk about there being other countries. They're just basically talking like a caste system, basically, and just like, okay, so if they have 3 levels and that it's a ring all over the whole world, then does that mean that there's different countries? Now, I do know there's different guilds, and if that guild for this is the window washing guild. They wash windows for a bunch of clients and stuff. I know there's more than one guild because in the beginning of the series, they touch base on it when the Jin says, "What are you doing here? This is not your land. This is not your window spot." And it was another guild in a different uniform. Now the question is, how many window washing guilds are there in the Saturn apartments? Is there one for like each section of the area of like the town area? Or is it different? And do the sections have names? Like, I saw that when they closed off like they were able to bring down metal things and close off the where the fire was on the lower ring. So does that mean that it goes on and on and on and on, and then the culture just changes as it goes on? And is this country, this land piece, is it the only one that doesn't allow certain jobs in different levels, or is it for everybody? Like, did somebody decide, oh, the middle level people from the lower level can't go past middle level jobs? Like, is that the whole ring as a whole and the whole world as a whole, or is that just that aspect of that country? And then I want to know about Mitsu. Like, what was his life on Earth? Like, because he was stuck on Earth for 6 months, I think, if I'm right. 1 second. First ring, residence with us. They're there for 6 months. We still have 2 months to go. So he's there for 2 months on Earth. On Earth as it's toxic, and doing research because of the investigation team, the investigating Earth. Mitsu is on there for 2 months. So what's going on during the 2 months? Does he make friends? Like, when he goes back, he does get arrested when he goes back, and he gets in trouble for 6 months. But while he's on Earth, what's happening? There should be like one that says the Earth apartments, like a second series, and then third series called Return to Saturn Apartments, because he's grown up now. He's a grown up. He's like in charge now. And look, he got taller. His face has changed. Like, he's adult now. So it's just like, I want to know more. Give me more. There's only 7 books in this series, and I want more. And the artwork is a lot. In some ways, the artwork is a lot like Studio Ghibli, just in some aspects of it. And like, it's really a touching story. There's a lot of emotion put into, especially the 6th and 7th book in here. There's a lot that goes on. It's not for kids. Not for kids at all. But, so it's just like, it brought me a lot of questions. If you guys have read this book before, what questions did it bring up in you? Like, what kind of questions you have about the book, about this series, that it's made you really like ask, you know? I wonder if there's, because I see they're in the desert area of Earth, and I wonder if everything's dead, or if there's parts of the Earth that are not toxic and they still got plants and stuff, because it's a lot like Mars. If you look at it, the desert area is a lot like Mars. So like, So what? And could Earth underneath have a whole nother civilization? Could there be three civilizations? You know, the Saturn rings, the research team, and could there be another complete civilization under the ground? Like, because they used to live on this planet. So could that be possible? Could that be something that could happen? I actually would love to talk to the author, but I'm sure the language barrier would be hard. But I would like to talk to the author and the creator of this book and ask them questions about it. Like, I know they probably get all these questions all the time, and they probably did interviews answering them, and they probably don't want to give answers because of it. But it'd still be cool to sit down and ask about the thought process that went into making this series. It's like crazy how good this is. Like seriously, this is why I had to make a whole video for it and not just do another like I read book series video for it. I will talk about it more, and yes, I will talk about it more in the I read book series video that I will be creating soon, because I have a lot of manga I still have to finish reading. And so this is the final book of the series, by the way. Okay. I think that's it for this video. I think I can end it now. So guys, I hope you guys have a sparkling, fantastic rest of your guys' morning. That your afternoon is even better, and you just have fun, and you're just filled with joy. If you guys have any questions and you want to check out this book, well, feel free to check it out. As well as feel free to leave questions and comments down below, and share your views on what you think could be the answer about all the questions I have. And you can also write me letters. My P.O. box will be in the description sometime today. Not today, sorry. Sometime, I want to say sometime Monday. There will be links in the description Monday, because I have a lot I'm doing this weekend, so I will not have it in today. There's a good chance I won't have it in today, and I definitely won't have it in on Saturday. So I'll be putting links in the description on Monday. But if you want to write me, those links will be in the description, as well as if you go to my channel page, it will be on my channel page. I put all my links and stuff on there, so it should be there. But yeah. Anyways, another breath. I hope you guys have a great rest of your guys' evening, that it's just relaxing, calming down, that you remember to take a deep breath, that you get some good sleep tonight so you can wake up rejuvenated and ready for the rest of your guys' day. Guys, as always, I love you guys so much. And I'll talk to you guys later. Sparkle on, sparkles.